Hey, it's great to be with you again today. Do you have a special friend in your life that you're really good friends with? That you kind of maybe you grew up with them, maybe they've come into your life a little later, and maybe your kids and their kids played together, and you got to be close. Or I have a buddy, Doug, that we started working with youth together back in the late '90s, and we've been very tight ever since. Pandemic kept us apart. Well, whole different story. Anyway, like I know a lot about Doug, right? If somebody says, "Well, hey man, tell me a little bit about Doug," I will be able to tell you, that his wife's name, his kids' names, where he works, things about Doug. He loves the beach, all this cool stuff about Doug. But if I didn't really know Doug, if somebody said, "Well, tell me a little bit about this guy," I'd be like, well, he kind of lives over in this area, and he's pretty cool, and he's got, a nice wife, and I'm not sure. But because I know him, I can talk about him, and I can tell people how cool he is, right? One day, Jesus is walking down the street, and he's got his disciples with him, and he says, "Hey, man, who do people say that I am?" And the disciples are out there on the streets, so they hear all of the mumblings and rumblings of who people say Jesus is. And some are saying, well, some say you're John the Baptist. Well, he was dead. Okay. Some are saying you're Elijah. Well, he's been dead for centuries. Some are saying that you're one of the other prophets, and they've all been dead too. And Jesus is like, "Oh, that's cool. All right, that's weird, but okay." And he says, "Now, tell me, who do you say that I am?" Who do you, with the emphasis on you, who do you say that I am? And all of them froze, except for Peter. Peter is the unofficial spokesman for the disciples. He's probably the oldest in the group. And he's like, "You are the Messiah. You are the promised one," right? And Jesus said, "That is a great answer, dude. That is such a great answer. I am so glad that you know who I am." Now, he didn't want anybody to tell about, who they thought he was, because he wasn't ready to reveal himself to everybody at that point, because the understanding wasn't all there about who Jesus really was. But he got the answer from Peter. Peter knew enough and trusted enough and believed in him enough that what he said, he truly believed it, that he knew who Jesus was. Do we? Do we know who Jesus is? Do we believe that he is who he says he is? And if we do, it's time that we start to tell others about what we truly believe, so that they can come into a lasting relationship with Jesus as the Messiah. If you love these vlogs, hit like on Facebook, hit subscribe on Pastor Joe Forwood on YouTube. Tell your friends and family about it, and share the good news with everybody that we come in contact with. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.